the exposure and fall of the Congo Free State. For years, the Congo Free State was hidden behind a mask. King Leopold II of Belgium presented himself to the world as a humanitarian monarch, a noble ruler on a mission to bring civilization, Christianity, and trade to the heart of Africa. In truth, he had built one of the most brutal regimes the world had ever seen. But no empire of lies can last forever. The first cracks. By the late 1890s, reports began to surface. Missionaries working in the Congo saw the suffering firsthand: villages destroyed, men mutilated, women held hostage, and children starving. The testimonies they sent home painted a grim picture, but they were scattered and often ignored. The turning point came with Morel, a British shipping clerk in Liverpool. He noticed a disturbing pattern. Ships sailing from Belgium to the Congo carried guns and chains, while ships returning to Europe were filled with rubber and ivory, but no wages, no payments, no trade goods. The only explanation was forced labor on a massive scale. Shocked, Morel quit his job and dedicated his life to exposing the truth. A movement is born. Morel founded the Congo Reform Association, which became the first international human rights campaign of the 20th century. He was soon joined by Roger Casement, a British diplomat who traveled through the Congo and documented horrifying abuses in an official report that was impossible to ignore. Their work gained support from major public figures, including authors like Mark Twain and Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, who used their platforms to speak out. Newspapers published shocking photographs of mutilated Congolese victims, and public pressure began to mount. Suddenly, Leopold's carefully crafted image was falling apart. The collapse of a private empire. As international outrage spread, so did demands for action. European governments, embarrassed and pressured by their own citizens, called for accountability. Finally, in 1908, the Belgian parliament voted to take the Congo Free State away from King Leopold II and turn it into a formal Belgian colony. Leopold's personal empire was over. He had made a fortune, worth hundreds of millions in today's money, while an estimated 10 million Congolese people had died through violence, forced labor, starvation, and disease. When King Leopold died the following year in 1909, many in Belgium turned their backs on his funeral procession. His once glorious reputation had crumbled under the weight of truth. A legacy of shadows. The fall of the Congo Free State ended Leopold's direct control, but it did not bring peace or justice to the Congolese people. The new colonial regime continued to exploit the land and its people, only now under the Belgian flag, not a king's personal crown. The exposure and fall of the Congo Free State remains one of history's earliest examples of global activism forcing political change. It showed the power of speaking out and the danger of letting unchecked power rule in silence. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful or informative, please consider subscribing. Your support helps the channel grow and keeps the stories coming.